My best friend and I have played Madlibs since we were kids, and we often play them together as adults on road trips. We're always looking for ways to make them even more interesting and funny, and now that AI art has arrived on the scene, it was a perfect match. So here's how this works. We send each other the words for a Madlib. We then enter those words into our Madlibs, and we run each sentence through MidJourney to create art to go along with it. Then, we get together, share what we created, and hilarity ensues. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games. And tonight we have a great episode of MidJourney Madlibs. With me, as always, is my co-host of MidJourney Madlibs, Brent, my best friend. How you doing today, Brent?
Well, thanks.
Good. Glad to hear it. So we're going to jump right into this. You guys know how this works. If you've never played a Madlib before, it's pretty simple. It's just a big block of text with some blanks in it. We send each other the words to go into those blanks. We don't know what the words, well, we know what the words we send are, but we don't know what the actual text is. And then it gets read back to you, and it's silly and fun. And we actually make it even better by adding AI-generated artwork based on the strange sentences that are generated. And we get beautiful things and strange things, and we laugh, and that's what we do. So before we start, look down below the video. Make sure you click on the like and subscribe button. That really helps out our channel a lot. And leave us comments with any sort of suggestions you might have. And yeah. So let's get into it. I'm going first tonight. So my Madlib is the Cookout. And if I remember correctly, this was your alphabetical list. So all of your words had to follow the letters of the alphabet. It's summer. Time for his annual Accelerate Out. Guess he likes to run a lot, to the point that he actually has some sort of device attached to his chest.
I'm going to assume that is not inside of his body and that it's just, he runs quite fast.
Yes, he runs very fast, and he's kicking up a lot of dust in his wake, as you can see.
Is this Chariots of Fire, like the remake? Or?
He's invited his friends, co-workers, and even Billy Barty. Well, I don't think Billy Barty's going to be able to show up because he's been dead for a while. But yeah,
well, maybe it's an animatronic Billy Barty.
I don't know what's going on with this guy's neck. It's weird, though. There's something a little wrong there. Oh,
because we're going to ignore his ears.
I don't know why he decided to wear a party hat. I mean, it's just an Accelerate Out. So he invited his friends, co-workers, and even Billy Barty to sample his special curvaceous dish. Barbecued dragon.
Oh my.
It's a lovely presentation. Lovely presentation.
The flames are a nice touch for sure. I don't think we need the head.
All the herbs, that are sticking out of it. Oh well, it is very common to have the head attached in many dishes. Like Peking duck has the head attached. I can see the head being attached to the dragon for presentation purposes. I don't think you're supposed to eat it. People elbow around the grill until he puts a hunk of hot feather onto their plates.
Okay. It got hunk.
Right? I don't know what those are. They're not feathers. They kind of look like cocoons, maybe?
Maybe that's what a hunk of hot feathers looks like. Like, once you bunch them all together.
Yeah, but they're all elbowing around the grill. There's a lot of elbows in this picture.
And there's a lot of hunks.
Yeah. One guest chews gallantly for a long time. It's got 3 tongues, I guess.
I'm not comfortable with this tongue at all. This is very disturbing.
And you shouldn't feed your dog mac and cheese. It's not good for them.
Aww.
I don't know what this utensil is. Maybe it's just a dog-centric utensil, but I don't really understand how it could possibly work.
It doesn't seem useful at all.
And it almost looks like it's attached to his collar. When he swallows, he says, "Huzzah!"
That's funny.
Well, it's funny when you first look at it, but this part of it right here.
Mm-hmm. That mouth.
Yeah. The giant, wide open mouth with teeth that are in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and they kind of
look... it does seem to be rather invisible.
Ooh.
I thought it was cool. It's creepy. It's very ominous, but it's true. It's rather invisible.
Yeah. It's,
I got lots of
and
like
there's some kind of...
spooky stuff when I gave this. It all came out sort of ghostly looking pictures.
I didn't know how that would turn out. I'm impressed.
Another guest swallows too quickly and starts crying and waving her joints. Poor grandma. She's got joint problems. She's got arthritis.
Oh, she does.
She has far too many joints for one person. Some of them aren't even attached. They're just sort of floating there.
It is so not fair that she has to go through this with having been born with too many joints in the first place, and then now they're bad.
And now they're all bad. She's choking. Your man throws down his kangaroo and grabs her lips to perform the Heimlich move.
This is horrifying.
I thought he threw down his kangaroo. But he's
and he has a mullet.
Right, but he's just grabbing. He's grabbing the lips with his lips apparently.
Oh, this is awful.
The kangaroo is
finger.
very not happy with that. Oh, I didn't even notice the finger until you mentioned it. He gives it a neglected squeeze. I don't know what it is, but I feel bad for it. It feels sad somehow.
Well, I feel like it's not that neglected if it has both a man and an octopus squeezing it.
Well, I thought the octopus was the neglected thing, and he's like hugging it.
Oh, then what's that round thing the octopus is on?
I don't know. I thought that was just all part of it. And the offending old olive flies out of her mouth, hitting you directly in the pancreas. You thought you had nightmare fuel.
This is reminiscent a bit of The Last of Us.
Well, it's not really. Well, I guess so. Maybe especially the first episode. Yeah, the fungus thing, I can see that, but it.
Yeah.
So it misinterpreted the olive flying out of her mouth as flies out of her mouth. See, here she is. Here she is at the beginning when she's waving her joints and she's crying, and they're like, "Oh, she's choking." So he performs the maneuver on her, and then the olive flies out of her mouth.
Okay, now this is way more The Last of Us now.
Queen of the world, you yell as she murmurs, "Rumpelstiltskin."
Wow.
She's definitely the queen of the world.
That is some outfit there.
Right? That is a killer outfit. Go ahead, girl. This is
Got
very
some steampunk.
It's very
aspects.
It's very stage. Like I can see this being like a Broadway musical fantasy show. Like maybe like Into the Woods or something, the stage production of Into the Woods, somebody would have a dress like this on.
Pirates of Penzance.
Yeah, that too.
Is there a pirate queen? If there isn't one, they could make one.
Queen of the world, you yell as she murmurs Rumpelstiltskin and starts to slither your guy a bit too long. This party is over. I would agree. When this happens, the party is definitely over. It's time to go home. Nothing good will
happen. I have already
happen.
left the building by this time. I mean, this is just what I heard about. Because once that thing's head popped in, I was gone. It was like it's trying to act chill and it's not messing with anybody because they're all hanging out. And it saw me scoot out real fast and then wanted to strike at me, but then it was like, no.
All right, so here are some honorable mentions.
Oh.
So this is the elbowing around the elbow around the grill until he puts hunks of hot feather onto their plates. So more hunks.
Maybe feather is like a euphemism for poultry. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give a hunk of feather. You know. Like.
Next we have, this was when he swallows, he says huzzah. It's a swallow.
Okay. I mean, it isn't. But all right.
Well, he's not swallowing anything, so he's just yelling huzzah, and there's a bird. So I figured the swallow was interpreted as a bird.
Oh, I'm sure that it thinks this is a swallow.
Yeah.
I mean, in as much as it knows what a platypus is.
And I don't know why he's in uniform or what the uniform is for.
Oh. Why did both of them have mullets?
I don't know. Well, this one's even worse. It's a ponytail mullet because he has
It's a pony mullet.
Yeah. And also this one is rather androgynous. I can't really tell if it's male or female. I love the kangaroo. Still looks very dangerous.
It does. I'm scared it's kangaroo.
And that is it. That is it for the cookout. But I have a feeling you're going to be telling us another fable. Yay! What's the moral of this story?
Once upon a time, there was a very curious girl who was always poking her nose into everyone's cages.
Naughty girl. Naughty girl. Get out of that cage. Well, she's getting into everyone's cages. I mean, yes, she's in the cage. Of course she is. She's getting into everyone's cages. So get out of that cage, girl.
She kept company with a wild man named Brent, who was always buying her smelly presents.
Oh, okay. What's with that look on her face? And he has no chin. My goodness. It's like mustache flat. Well, I guess, if he's buying her smelly presents, maybe that's the face that she's making. She's like...
Yeah. She aged up quickly, though.
Yeah, quite a bit. She's no longer the little girl that's getting in cages.
Oh, for sure. Once, he gave her a diamond lion to wear on her brown bear.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That was a surprise.
That was very much a surprise. You go.
I could not ever get the AI to give me a diamond lion, no matter what I did.
It's just a lion. Well, it's kind of a dandelion. This is got like a little bow and the little thing on its head. It's fancy.
And he bought her a fuzzy elephant to wear in her water fountain.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a little tiny elephant there in the front. And then a really big elephant that's, well, is it a water fountain or is it a snow fountain?
Maybe the elephant is the fountain and that's the baby one. I never thought about that. And I don't think she's wearing any pants.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Maybe this is like this flesh-colored legging.
For the record, this is just a public service announcement out to the entire world of anyone that may be watching. Do not wear flesh-colored leggings. Do not.
Then one day, he bought her an expensive horse.
What's with the hair? I don't know.
Really a good romance novel cover art.
I don't know whose mane is more fabulous, his or the horse's. No. He's definitely romance novel cover material. I mean, this is just the cover. It's totally the cover of a romance novel.
As soon as she saw the fun animal, she began to examine it cautiously.
Oh, with her extra hand.
Maybe it's her assistant helping her. I love that it's look how pretty the horse is with this beautiful blue eye and perfectly swept fetlock.
It actually got cautious correct. If you look at the girl's face and the way she's eyeing the horse, she's being very cautious. She's sort of giving it this untrusting eye, It totally got cautious.
First, she looked at the horse's giraffe, and then at its capybaras.
Oh, the more you look at this, the weirder it is. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a giraffe head and one giraffe leg, and then another different giraffe's leg. And then at the bottom, we have a little short donkey giving, I don't know what that is, a half-born duck with a head sticking out of the egg, maybe, on its back.
Turkey.
And then there's a girl who looks relatively normal. And
so it's a little bit like Gwyneth Paltrow.
A little bit.
Then she opened its mouth so she could look at its ticket.
That's not how you do that.
What does that horse eat is what I want to know.
So you remember the old phrase we used to have when we were kids? We always say, "Let me see," instead of like, I want to hold that, I want to take that and look at it. It's like, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
And people always say, you see with your eyes, not with your hands. I want to say that she wanted to see his ticket. It's like, girl, you see with your eyes, not with your mouth. Because she's like screaming into the horse's mouth looking for its ticket, which seems weird.
Yeah.
And that horse's teeth give me anxiety as well.
Yeah. So, at this, the horse became warm and bit off her exhibit.
Oh.
Well, can you guess the moral of this story?
Well, I'm not sure what words were mine. Was horse mine? Horse was mine. No, horse was not mine. So something about horses and biting. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Never look a gift horse in the food stall.
Oh. I want one of them quesadillas. 2, please.
We thought, why was there a pile of pancakes next to this horse when someone else looked at it with me? And now I realized that those are giant Ritz crackers.
Oh, okay. I was thinking quesadillas. Okay, the one in the front almost looks like a crunch wrap, the way it's folded.
Yeah. I don't know why it's got hops dangling from its mouth. Oh, boy. Here's some dishonorable mentions.
Well, there's a fuzzy elephant, because they did say it was a furry elephant. Oh.
She kept company with a wild man named Brent, who was always buying her smelly presents.
So did Brent buy her a smelly dog, or is Brent the dog?
I'm pretty sure that the dog is the smelly present. It goes along with the rest of the story, especially. This is the same one.
Ew. What a weird face.
It's the same one. She kept company with a wild man named Brent, who was always buying her smelly presents. It's like Brent. She looks like Fran Drescher a little bit.
She looks a little bit like a really slightly melted wax doll as well.
Once he gave her a diamond lion to wear on her brown bear. I could just see this in a magazine. I mean, this looks like a magazine sheet.
I could see that actually being sold at a zoo gift shop as well.
He bought her a fuzzy elephant to wear in her water fountain.
This is reminiscent of the India Madlib that I did not long ago, where I had tea kettle cattle. You know, the tea kettle cows. It's got this little thing on its head that kind of makes it look like it's a container.
Then, one day, he bought her an expensive horse.
And he's only 2 feet tall. Why is he so tiny? That horse is he's massive, and she's massive compared to him. And it's like he's holding his hand like he wants to hold her hand, but he's just like holding the edge of her dress.
Her arms are long, but they're not that long.
And this horse has strange dimensions as well, because it goes both behind her and behind him at the same time. It's like its body splits in 2 directions.
Ugly barn.
Which looks like this. I know this is a common thing. People say, "Oh, that's Photoshop," and this is AI, so it's not Photoshop. But AI actually made a picture that looks like it's been Photoshopped, which is impressive. And look, it looks like it. AI made a picture that looks like it's been badly Photoshopped. It's really great.
Like, this is like a collage.
Proportions are wrong. Animal faces 2 different directions. The lighting in the foreground doesn't match the lighting in the background. Yeah, it's all kinds of problems with Photoshopping. Oh, that's pretty.
First, she looked at the horse's giraffe, and then at its capybaras.
Okay, it did blend a horse and a giraffe together a little bit, because it has this sort of giraffe kind of. Well, it's almost like zebra markings on it, but
yeah,
it makes me think of a combination of the two. So it sort of worked, and I guess the front is supposed to be a capybara. Does the AI know what a capybara is?
I've got some artwork to show you that would suggest that it does. That looks like a capybara down there.
Does it?
It looks like a horse capybara.
Oh, maybe.
And then what's up with the 2-legged capybara horse? I mean,
well,
there's a lot.
It's the horse's giraffe. It's got a long neck, so it's the horse's giraffe. but only 2 legs. So more of a bird horse.
Chicken.
Chicken horse.
And then
chicken.
then we've got.
Oh.
Then she opened its mouth so she could look at its ticket. Who can open their mouth widest?
Well, at least we have a ticket in this one.
Yeah. Never look a gift horse in the food.
See, I was thinking when I first glanced at that, it looked like a pile of candy, and I was like, "Oh, they're going to Candy Mountain. It's Candy Mountain, Charlie."
Oh no! But look below. And finally, this is just the ending slide.
She's grown her chest hair to lovely locked length.
But that's it for Fable number 2. Well, it is National Meteorological Day,
Is it?
along with a lot of other days. What does that make you think of?
Rain? Storms? Snow?
What are the biggest rainstorms of all?
Oh, hurricanes?
And what do those do?
They suck.
And they spin.
Oh. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. What's it gonna be? A painting or a pile of poop? Yep, it's time to spin the wheel to find out what type of art that we are going to ask MidJourney to make for us for next week's episodes of MidJourney Madlibs. As you notice, we don't have much left. We have 8 left, so half of them are going to be gone now, and then half of them are going to be gone after the next time we do our art themes. So we have decided that we are going to end season 1 when we run out of art themes. Don't worry, we're not going away forever. We're just going to take a little bit of time off to kind of refine our process and come up with some new ideas to kind of keep it fresh and interesting, and tried a couple of different techniques. But we'll be back in season 2 after that. But there's plenty of episodes coming out. We've probably got at least another month of episodes before we'll run out of material, and then we'll be back even stronger. But it's time to spin the wheel right now. We're going to spin it 4 times. Twice for me, twice for Brent, and that's going to tell us what sort of art styles we have to make for next week. So we're going to start with me. My 2 art themes. First one is Matt Groening. I was kind of hoping I would get that one. I'm a huge fan. All right, my second style is going to be in the style of a cooking show. We've played around with that a little bit, and it's pretty weird, so I'm excited. All right, let's find out what you have to do now. Your first art theme?
Gagax, come on, Gagax.
Dogs playing poker. Okay, so we have decided that it doesn't have to be poker. It'd just be dogs playing anything to add to the artwork.
Wow.
And your second art theme?
Gagax.
Hieronymus Bosch.
Oh no. Oh, this is going to be...
Those are going to be fun. I've seen people try to mimic him, and it's funny.
Oh dear.
Okay.
So what do we got?
So that's our art theme. So our last 4 art themes are going to be Boccaccio, Gygax, Edward Gorey, and the Brady Punch.
A lot of G's there.
Yeah.
Wow. So there we go. We have a lot of food for thought there.
Yeah.
Be careful when you go on a cookout or an accelerate out, and also watch out what you do with horses. But we also have a lot of food for thought with these new art categories, so we will be bringing you new episodes with some really crazy stuff. Forgot what I have already. Dogs playing, yeah.
And with that, we should probably just go ahead and end the video now. Thank you guys for coming by and watching. Make sure you click like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Ha ha ha!